Millions of adults deal with anxiety, a disorder that can take over a person's life. Not all methods of overcoming it work for everybody. So here to share ways to break the chains is anxiety expert and author of Goodbye Anxiety, Hello Freedom, Stephanie Dalfonzo. Stephanie, it's so great to have you with us.
Thank you, Jocelyn. I'm thrilled to be here.
We were talking earlier about the stress, how as adults we're feeling it, but it's the kids who really are feeling it even more so.
It's crisis levels now. I mean, it's heartbreaking that kids and young adults are experiencing anxiety, stress, depression at levels that we've never seen before. There was a recent study of 63,000 college students. 61% of them said they experienced overwhelming anxiety. And so medication, therapy, there's like all these different ways, but in my book, I share 35 very simple ways to calm your anxiety, to not just manage it or cope with it, but truly get on the other side of it.
You have some practical ideas, but we're going to get to that in just a few minutes. But first, let's talk about you. Okay, this book. When did you start feeling that anxiety?
So I didn't, and this is very common, I understand now, I didn't realize I had struggled with anxiety my entire life until it hit crisis levels when I was 35. And I was like, oh, that was norm. Like, to be like that was my norm.
Oh my goodness.
So when I learned, I went into full-blown insomnia, went on medication, it worked, and then it didn't work, and it got even worse. So I started researching natural and holistic approaches. So it was out of, self-preservation. And then, as I learned more and more techniques, and then I was being able to share them with my clients, then the book kind of birthed itself.
So holistic approach, is that what you really stress?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes. And it's repetition. You know, if you want to learn to play the piano, you have to practice over and over and over again. If you want to overcome anxiety, you need to practice these simple techniques over and over again.
All right, so show me one of these techniques.
Okay. So I want you to just pass the tennis ball back and forth. Back and forth. And as you're doing this, you'll notice that you start to calm down a little bit. And what's happening is you're crossing the midline of the body, so you're balancing both sides of the brain. And as you're balancing both the left side and the right side of the brain, you're stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest system, as opposed to the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight.
Yeah, and you're actually focusing on what you're doing, so your thoughts are away from whatever it is that's causing you all that stress.
Right, and most people don't walk around with a tennis ball, so you can either grab your water bottle or keys or simply just use your hands and go side to side. And it's simple, like so simple you can teach a 6-year-old.
You also have breathing techniques in your book.
Lots and lots of breathing techniques. One that I used, I was so excited, like a kid, from the night before the first day of school. I woke up at 3 this morning, and I used one of my favorite breath techniques to go back, and it was, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out.
Just breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth?
And
how does that work?
It can be nostrils too, both ways, but it's about thinking, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out.
Oh, that feels so good.
Yes.
It really does.
It's so simple, yeah?
You're doing something even bigger than this. You want to help with literacy.
I want to help kids learn these skills. So I am starting, it's huge, a big initiative, that for every book I sell, I donate one to a school or a center, somewhere where they will teach the kids how to emotionally regulate themselves. Because when they do it, when they're young, it changes their whole path forward.
So start early on,
yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. If I had been taught how to manage my emotions when I was young, I wouldn't have gotten to that crisis point in my 30s.
Stephanie, where can we get the book?
Amazon.
It's already ready to go?
It is. I published it last week. Last month, I'm sorry.
Last month.
Yeah.
Excellent. Stephanie Dalfonzo, thanks so much for coming in
and
sharing these tips and, of course, telling us about your book.
Thank you so much.